I forget if I was going to cue you up or if you were just going to keep talking, so that's on me.
You were going to cue me up, yeah. So
I already forgot.
I was sort of hanging out for a second. I don't know if you wanted to say hi. I could have started with the hellos, the greetings.
We do, I mean...
Hi.
That's true. Well, I mean, maybe we should. Hi.
You're not allowed to talk until...
Hi to you, Chris, and hi to all the watchers at home.
Oh, sorry, I'm not here until I'm introduced.
No, that's not how this works.
Oh,
Every guest talks before they're introduced.
That is kind of how it works sometimes. Yeah. Okay.
Sometimes I feel like we don't even introduce the guest. I feel like they just,
Guests are to be seen and not heard.
Yeah. That was true. Yeah.
Yeah.
And by seen, you mean watched. They're to be watched and not heard.
Yes. That's true.
Yeah.
I forgot my setting.
No, Ricky, so you...
We want to watch but not see.
Yeah. Honestly, we don't want to watch either, but... no.
You don't want to watch? Well, sometimes, though.
No, so you were right at the cusp of our usual record time, or like you were just like a hair late or right on the dot, because you were coming from a craft run with Meredith. Shout out Meredith, is that right?
Yeah. So we went down to Michael's and we picked up, I got like a big sheet of Minky, which is over at her place, because I'm getting into crafts. And I got a big sheet of purple Minky to make a Gengar.
Whoa!
And this is my Gengar right now. It's my little Gengar. I am. And the spikes on the back are really what I'm proud of.
They're
here.
cute.
They're looking
and
good.
Even though they're different colors.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because I ran out of this darker blue, or like I was running out.
To the watchers at home.
Yeah, I'm holding up a little plush Gengar, who is a dark blue, made out of felt. And he's got some light blue because I was running out of the dark blue. And I did just barely, like, you should see the scraps because, like, I just barely, got everything that I needed for, like, the main body. And I was debating, like, what I was going to make that lighter blue. I was like, I could do, like, his legs or his ears.
The spikes look good, though. Like, the different color, like, spikes on the back.
Yeah. I really like that. I think it adds, a little bit of flair. And I might, like, try to pick up I don't know. For the spikes on the bigger one, I might do, like, felt as well, just because I think it's a little bit, like, more rigid. And I might pick up, like, a lighter purple for that. But I also, like, he's got feet, too. And I'm happy with how the feet turned out, because that's all dependent upon, like, the stitching on the inside.
Yeah.
I'm holding up a foot.
So you've been using a template.
I got to ladder stitch these.
Right, to, like you've cut it out and then stitched it together and then turned it inside out. Yeah,
so I tried these, and these are not the ones that I used. I used a slightly smaller version.
Ricky's
this was like the 0.8 or 0.75 version. Yeah. And I mean, they give you like the sewing instructions. Facing away from my mic when I'm talking half the time.
Great.
They give you like the sewing instructions and everything.
Have you?
I don't know.
Where did you? So what encouraged you to start doing this?
What got you into it?
Meredith? It must be Meredith.
Kinda. I don't know. I had like there's a couple of plushies that I had growing up, which like I haven't been able to find. I always sort of said to myself, oh, well, like I'd like to make them someday. One of them is a Snorlax that you can turn inside out, and it's a Pokeball inside. And so like I'd have to make 2 templates for it, and then like put stuffing in between. But that's not too bad. But the other day I was just like, I had another death in my family, which happens, and like. It has been happening a lot within the last year. And like, I don't know, I like having something to do with my hands. And I was looking at like the stitching on one of my other stuffed animals, and I was like, yo,
I could do this.
Like, I don't know. I was just thinking about like, I could do this, but B, I was thinking about like how it like, I was like, oh, because it's, let me find it. It's my Stegosaurus.
Getting up from the fucking mic again. Just running away. Is it one of the ones that I left behind? The purple one? The purple Stegosaurus? Oh, no, okay.
No. This is my Steggy.
Cute.
But, like, I liked his, like,
Ricky's
his little things here.
I
was like, oh, like...
Plushie. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got blue spines. And it's, like, 2 rows of spines. I was like, oh, like, I was thinking about how they did it, and I was, like, looking at, like, the different patterns for the fabric, and I was like, oh, okay, so, like, need a little excess. I think I saw a, it wasn't Torchic, it was Cyndaquil. It was a Cyndaquil plush online that, like, it pushed me over the edge because, like, somebody, like, posted the pattern for it, too, and they were, like, talking about it, and I was like, I could do that, and I really want that Cyndaquil. It's super cute. So I was like, alright, I'll make that, but I started with Gengar because, Tori of Zack and Tori. I mean, also, Tori just by herself. Really likes Gengar. And I remember she's like I knew that she liked Gengar. I didn't know like what any of my other friends like. Even the friends who like Pokemon, I was like, dude, I don't know like what my friends' favorite Pokemon are, and I started feeling bad about that. I was like, all right, well, that's why I've been asking people. I've been asking people on like Discords and stuff too, and it's so funny because people always say like, oh, like every Pokemon is someone's favorite, and it's so true, and it's so like. I don't know.
August
it is so crazy just like talking to people and like
when you asked that in our Discord, August named some that sounded like car companies. Like they sounded like
so
ridiculous. I had no idea what they were.
The one was what, Tinkaton or something? Yeah. Who's the one with the big hammer. I've seen that Pokemon before. And Reuniclus, who I don't know.
What'd you just call me? The most like what did you just call me, Pokemon?
Yeah. But I mean, I'm sure it's one of the newer ones.
Sure.
I haven't played a lot of the new ones, but like Pokemon Pokopia just came out, which I also can't play because I have a Switch 2 and it's Switch 2 exclusive, which sucks.
I'm thinking about it. I'm trying not to. I'm trying to like pretend that the Pokemon Animal Crossing Life Sim doesn't exist, so I don't play it. I don't need it, but I want it.
I'm kind of disappointed because they made it so that there's like certain Pokemon which will be like exclusive to like certain dates, right?
Oh,
and like especially like the first 3 weeks, they're like, oh, like you can only catch these Pokemon for like while they're around for the first 3 weeks, and I'm like,
I bet they cycle though.
They're not legendary. They're not like special,
right? Like probably
I hope
in
they
like
cycle.
2 months it'll be like they're available again or something. You know what I mean? Like,
I really hope so because it would really suck if it's like, oh, like. Because, I mean, they have thousands to choose from, right? It would suck if they're like, oh, like every month you get 3 new Pokemon, and then you have to wait, like...
2 years.
It's only 64 more months. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. So I just wait almost 10 years. Nice. They're like, wait 5. But yeah, I don't know. So, like, I'm liking this, and I'm going to make one that's, like, 2 or 3 times bigger. 2.5 times bigger, I guess. And that'll be the one for Tori.
Nice.
So I'm happy about that. I have other ones that I want to make, although it's like tough to find free patterns online, and just from theory crafting some patterns, these Pokemon are tough, man. They got some weird geometry to them. It's like it's difficult to figure out like how. Yeah, and especially like how you can work in overlap to tie them together and like hide it, right? And it's like, oh, this sucks, man. But I don't know. I'm looking forward to some of it. Some of it'll be pretty fun. Some of it is gonna be like tough, like really tough. Sai said Metagross, which is like shout out Sai. Which is like 4 Beldums and like a big like saucer in the middle, and it's like, all right, well, I can like kind of do the geometric saucer, that's fine, but then like each Beldum is like so tough. I'm like, oh, this is crazy.
Yeah,
but
yeah, you might be better off
doing
doing
one of those.
Like flat pieces of felt for some of those like tendrily pieces. You know what I mean? That aren't like stuffed. Like maybe that's the way, or something like that.
I mean, for that one, I'm definitely putting in like support. Like for the arms because they're so small, but it's just like tubes, and it's like, all right, well, like, what the fuck, right? So like, I have to put like some metal support inside of there. But like for the main body, it's like I can just take a square and then like cut out
Ricky's
like
doing
6
Pokemon
spots
Sojutsu with his hands
refold
right now.
those.
He just like drew out that whole Pokemon.
No, yeah, I'm just well, I mean. Because it's like a hexagon or octagon or whatever. Like, looking at it top down, it's like, whatever, right? And then it's pretty easy to just, like, cut in, like, on the side.
You're doing it again. You're doing the jutsu again.
And you just sew it up. I know. Because it's how that's how I talk already.
I know.
So.
Well, then.
But.
Go ahead.
Not to wholly derail our podcast, but I did have a little mishap yesterday.
Oh no.
What happened?
That's true. I lost
a pin?
This needle.
Yeah.
With thread attached.
Oof.
And I was looking around for it, and then I saw Archie, like, skulking about, and he looked really guilty.
Oh no.
So I got a big magnet. I walked all around, because, like, I've only been sewing here, and then, like, I had, like, gone and made food, so I was like, okay, it's gotta be between here and the kitchen. Couldn't find it anywhere.
Did he
and I
poop
got
it?
like really freaked out. I took him to the vet to
Oh, wow.
like get him an X-ray for it. Yeah, because like I looked it up and like
Yeah, they eat those, and they'll like it's
they eat those. Yeah. And I mean, I checked his mouth, obviously, right? But like, he was acting super like weird and standoffish, and then like he started like just like I don't know. And I think it's because I was like prowling about that he was like being like weird
prowling
about
also.
it. Yeah. He was like, "Oh, it's our prowling time." And like I checked his area, like where he brings his toys, didn't find it over there. So I was like, "All right, whatever. I got to bring him to the vet." Turned out clear. I was like, "Okay, thank God." I get back home. I'm like, "Well, I gotta fucking find this." And then me and Meredith spent about an hour looking around. Couldn't find it at all.
Bro.
I vacuumed, and it was like along the wall, like stuck in between like the edge of the wall
And the carpet,
like
yeah.
the corner. But it means he definitely took it
Yeah.
because it was past the kitchen.
Yeah, one of them
so
was
he
probably
definitely
playing
took it,
with
and he was
it,
bringing
right.
it over to his corner
Yeah,
up there.
he was trying to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why he was
And
skulking. He was like, he's gonna find my
He
toy,
dropped
my
it. He's
new
like,
toy.
crap.
No,
right,
he
I
was like
lost my
guilty about it.
drugs. Yeah.
He's like, I stuck my special toy away, and like he's gonna find it. And it's like, dude, what the hell?
Not a
man?
needle. Yeah.
But I don't know. I did find it because I like Meredith. Luckily, was like, hey, like maybe you should try vacuuming, and you can find it
Yeah.
off that. I was like, that's a really good idea. So I vacuumed up
First
around,
time
and like
he's
you
probably
know what, my
ever
place could also
vacuumed.
use a vacuum.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. I knew it was coming. I had to like preemptively strike. So like I was vacuuming around my area here, couldn't find it. That's when I started getting like even more freaked out because I was like, what if one of the other cats ate it? I was like, what the fuck?
Now I gotta do 5
Like,
sets of vacuum.
couldn't find it out here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I started vacuuming over by his stuff because I was like, well, you know, like it's got to be somewhere, and that's when I found it. I was like,
Good.
okay. Because I was feeling a little bad about, like, I was like, maybe I'm being too paranoid bringing him to the vet, but I was like, you know what? He literally did take it,
Yeah.
so, like,
You're
I don't feel bad about it. I was like,
Yeah.
bro, like, what the hell? Yeah. And then I went back to sewing, and I got done my Gengar, so.
You should,
I got done most
did
of them.
Meredith give you, like, a pin cushion? Like, get a pin cushion.
No,
Or
not
make
yet.
a pin cushion.
Or,
No,
yeah.
but yeah.
Do that.
I'm using him as a pin cushion now.
That's
and
fair.
That's probably what I'm going to go
Even
with for
better,
a while.
let's get you a little,
Um,
like, metal sewing tin or, like, something plastic you can put your pins and your stuff in. Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
So the thread is where I was putting it, and it wasn't there, which is why I was like, all right.
Yeah, he was. Well, those like thread like skeins and stuff are like they're so battable by a cat. They're like the perfect size to be fucking, and they're round, so they roll.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, for a litlittle while, and this is a bad habit which I need to stop. If I was like
You're putting it
like
in
stopping
the couch
for just a second,
or
I would right in my armrest,
Yeah.
and I would like manipulate whatever I was playing with.
don't do that. That's a
and that's what
terrible
I was
habit.
doing. I was turning it inside out. It is a really bad habit,
Because
and now
now
I know.
Now you're
right?
gonna if you keep doing it, you're gonna stab yourself. You're gonna sit on
Yeah.
a pin one day, or you're gonna because and that's me speaking from experience. You'll be like, oh right, I shouldn't do this. Not just because of the cats, but also for your own sake.
See, well now because I'm like, all right, like I cannot put this anywhere that's not the Gengar because if I do, I will lose it, and then I will lose. Hundreds of dollars bringing a cat to the vet for no fucking reason because I'm a jackass. But
well, it happens. Better safe than sorry.
honestly, it does happen, and better safe than sorry. I was like, I don't know. I've had a lot of stuff has happened just recently, and bad stuff. So way better to be safe than sorry. So yeah,
true. Well, and I'm glad you have a cool new hobby as well. It's cool.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Lane said they would send me fabrics so that I stop playing video games as much and start actually embracing the new hobby.
No, I said it.
And I'm holding you to that, too.
I said I want to keep you from doing minis. That was what I was like. I was like, no, you're going to become a crafter.
Oh, yes, yeah.
But I will send you fabric.
Which I will say, I'm not a big fan of minis. I don't know.
No,
it's
me
just
either. It's so tedious. But
I don't like painting.
That's fucked up. Not liking to paint is crazy. That's a beta move. Like a beta trait.
I liked the drink and paint. I liked the drink and paint that we had with Chris. I really enjoyed
Chris
that.
and Chris. Two Chris's, in fact.
Chris and Chris, both the Chris's, yeah.
And Lucy? Was
and
Lucy there too?
I think so.
That was a Lucy. It was all
Lucy
four,
was also there.
all five
Yes,
of us, yeah.
yes, and you were there as well. There were.
I'm just naming because people. If people are the watchers know these people other than Chris. Fuck, I have to bleep that.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. That's true. Yeah.
Damn it!
Oh,
I haven't.
I guess the watchers don't know.
That's how I get
Stop!
Anyway.
Oh, I get bleeped. I just have to say Chris a couple times.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Oh,
there we go. Chris got his beat.
Oh,
all right.
Hey.
All right. Anyway, this is We Want to Watch. My name's Lane.
I should get a pin.
That's Ricky. You should not. I'm gonna kick you off the podcast. And we have Chris here, returning guest Chris,
Hi.
for the Chris list on today's episode.
Chris list.
Yeah. So this was a movie it was one that I had not seen, but is a classic, like, cinephile movie, right? And so I was like, I don't know, who's seen this movie? And then you said you had, like, seen it and liked it and had opinions on it.
Yes.
So I was like, let's get Chris on here, because I feel like it's rare that we have a guest. Well, no, actually, our guest episodes often are people who've seen the movie, but not us. Like the Bad Seed.
Yeah. Bad Apple.
No, not bad. Nope, different.
Bad Seed.
The
Bad Seed. That's what it is. Yeah.
But so we watched Ex Machina
from
2015, directed by Alex Garland. So
yeah,
this was like an iconic movie that a lot of people had, I think, gotten, like, it got a lot of attention when it came out, and it's very memed. I feel like, but I mean, Alex Garland has had a lot of career since this movie came out, so I think people might like, this movie doesn't get talked about as much, probably because of that. Like, the other stuff has happened, but I think there's a couple of, like, really iconic things, and this movie feels so 2015. Also, like, it really, like, even though that's only 10 years ago, like, it feels very distinct in time.
Yeah. I feel like it, at least in my brain, I feel it's so closely attached to the movie Her.
Yeah,
just
agreed.
because I feel like they came out at the same time. They had very similar themes.
Have you seen Her, Ricky?
I have not, no, but I imagine it's just this movie, to be honest with you.
It's not.
Having seen
it's
neither of them beforehand, they were, like, interchangeable in my mind.
This is the superior version of Her. It's not the same movie at all. I mean, it is and it isn't.
Oh, wow.
It's like the other spectrum of like the theme of this movie of, like, what if, we had an artificial intelligence that, could interact with people, but then we fully implemented it to interact with, everybody. It didn't just get loose and decide to, do its own thing. It just was kind of like implemented.
Yeah.
It's that movie. I haven't seen that movie since it came out. Or, like, since a couple years after it came out, maybe. But I remember being like, this is the, like, very unself-aware version, or, like, very, like, pitiful version of that story. Like, I don't know how else to describe it, but yeah. And this movie also feels very dated, even though it's still good. Like, I think this movie's good, but Ex Machina does feel, like, kind of quaint. Like, this type of tech bro and this type of, like, concerns about AI feel kind of quaint in comparison to now. And of course, this is the AI episode that I wanted to not have, so this is just going to be us bitching for 2 hours, but...
I mean, kind of, yeah. This movie felt a lot... So, like, Her, the impression I always got of it, and the reason why I never really watched it, was that it did feel not, like, self-deprecating, but, like self-pitying in some ways, and, like, a lot of... from watching it, from not watching it, but from seeing trailers for it, it always seemed like it was the, like, oh, lonely tech bro, like, has to, like, create an AI to love him, yada yada. And I was like, I just am not interested. But this movie felt very sort of, like, Westworld-esque. Which, like, I don't know.
Great comparison. And Black Mirror is the other one that comes to mind. Yeah. And it's funny because, like, the actors, which we'll get into, like Domhnall Gleeson, the who plays Jesus, I've forgotten the lead's name. Caleb? Yes. Yeah.
The main guy? Okay.
Yeah, the ginger. He is in maybe one of the top 3 episodes of Black Mirror. Like, maybe that's not saying something, but, like, But I think his career is so closely tied to Black Mirror because of that. I feel like that was where a lot of people got exposure. He plays a robot, spoilers, in like an episode of Black Mirror, in one of the better ones, like one of the like quintessential ones. And so I feel like like his like persona is so wrapped up in that almost.
Yeah, I was gonna say, as far like you say, he played a robot. In this movie, I think he does well grappling with that. Like, oh, like, am I a robot? Am I not? That he does for like a little bit of it. Especially because I don't know the way the movie sort of formatted. And I'll say one of the twists of it. I was looking out for like that, for a twist like that. But I think they did well with what they did with it. I don't know.
I kind of didn't like the little
want to
like
jump right into the meat and potatoes.
Yeah, we can. I kind of didn't like the scene where he like harms himself to prove that he's not a robot. Like I kind of was like, I don't think we needed that. I get that maybe it was preempting the twist. I think this movie is really structurally sound. Like the writing is very tight. Like I think it's good. I think that part is a little bit unnecessary. Like it felt like the most like, okay, we're trying to be more clever than the audience. You might be thinking he's also a robot, so let's preempt that by like proving that he's not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, and I also think at some point, as like from his character's perspective, like if he's studying an intelligence, like you would want it to not realize that we're alive. So I think that might be the sudden realization of like, oh crap, am I the one being Turing tested?
Yeah, maybe.
You know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know if I was in that situation, I 100%. I'd go I like at least once. I'd have to be like, let me just take a little peek under the hood, right?
I feel like there would be easier ways, though.
Yeah, he does. He goes right up the street, with it. It's kind of like you could have just like cut your thumb.
Yeah.
You don't just peel a fingernail back or something.
Yeah, right. Like just like nibble on your cuticles and like get some blood going. Bite your cheek.
I was thinking when he was doing it, I was thinking the cuticles, but like a lot of it comes down to I'm like, well, like how surface layer is it? And not to be too macabre, but me personally,
this is crazy. We have gone so...
Maybe just find a good, strong magnet. Just double check you're not magnetic. Yeah. I don't know.
That's true, too. Yeah.
Tell yourself...
I got a good, strong magnet. That's what I was checking.
You want to go double check real quick?
No. Oh my god.
I like walk out of the room, you just see me fall to the ground.
God,
Jesus.
Are we real?
But I think overall, like I said, this movie's got a really tight screenplay. I think it doesn't waste any time, which I really appreciate. Like it could, the scenes with Caleb and Ava, like the Turing test scenes, like I think those could be really like long and kind of like lugubrious, like boring, kind of like thoughtful, philosophical like scenes. And instead, because they're so brief, I think it gives you just enough to kind of understand where his head's at and kind of start planting the seeds of like, there's something else going on here. And it has a bit of a romantic drama effect too, because you're not getting a ton of scenes between them.
Yeah.
Everything, it overshadows the rest of the film in a way that feels really, like romantic. Not like, I don't think that this is like a swoon-worthy plot, but it does feel, you can feel her effect on him.
Something like quaint genuineness.
Well, I don't even think it's that. I just mean like she casts a shadow over the rest of the movie because she's not in it as much, and I think that's an effective thing to do, and puts you in his headspace as to why he's so enamored with this robot. Because if you had more scenes with them, the two of them, it might draw like you'd have to start suspending disbelief, or you'd struggle to, after so many scenes. So
yeah, especially when we start to see how their relationship maybe doesn't mirror, or it's like a weird facsimile of the head honcho tech guy and like the AI that he has as like a servant, right? And like it's sort of, that's where it starts to like cross it. Once it starts drawing parallels between those, and that's before we know that she's AI. I will say for the beginning of the movie, I thought the guy who had invited him, the head honcho tech guy, I thought he was the AI. Yeah, I thought that was going to be the twist, because I was like, oh, okay, right. Like, the Turing test, the magician's assistant, I thought they were sort of like dropping those as like hints, as like, oh, actually, the magician is the one who's Turkish machine or whatever, right?
Like a mechanical
and,
Turk?
like,
Is that what
I thought it was
you're
gonna be
trying
just
to
like
say?
a
What kind of Turkish machine?
mechanical Turk. Yes, yeah,
Turkish coffee.
The Turkish machine. I was thinking of Ghost in the Machine, and then I was like,
Ghost in
it's
the
not
Shell?
the Turk in the Machine.
No,
No, Ghost in the Machine.
yeah.
Deus Ex Machina. Yeah.
It's God out of the machine.
That's God in the Machine. Yeah. There was an old sci-fi book, which I think was Ghost in the Machine or something.
Sure.
Maybe I'm just thinking of Ghost in the Shell. I could be. I don't know.
Ghost in the Machine. I'm trying to think of what's the Ghost in the Machine.
Well, I think it's supposed to be like from that concept of sci-fi, the potential seed of consciousness that might already be.
No, I meant like I'm thinking of like Christine. Like what are some machines with ghosts in them?
Never mind.
Wait, actually, to completely derail, I've been meaning to open an episode with this for so long, and so we're gonna take it because I mentioned Christine. I'm thinking of John Carpenter. What does the thing taste like? I feel like we didn't really put a period in that sentence. When we talked, you said it was like stringy, or what did you say?
I think I said weird avocado, like
yeah,
bad,
like
sort of like stale-ish. Yeah, and like kind of bland, but like you can't really put your finger on it. Maybe even like severely underripe avocado.
Like the hard, like where it tastes really fibrous. So you're not thinking meat?
Yeah.
Out of the thing.
I don't think it would be meaty. No, I feel like it would have some, or like if it was meat, it'd be so different from like a quote unquote standard meat.
It'd be so
like,
gamey.
You wouldn't even recognize it, you know?
Right. Interesting.
Well, even like maybe not even gamey, like
like liver.
You know when like you eat a mushroom, like well, you know how sometimes they'll prepare like lion's mane mushroom and stuff, and they'll be like, oh, like it's just like a steak, and like when you eat it, you're like, okay, I understand how someone could draw like a meat comparison, but this is like very clearly not meat. That's kind of what I'm assuming it would be like, but like instead of like along like that sort of like, oh yeah, like kind of similar texture, it's just like a different like oh, like it just feels like completely alien, like texturally, taste, like there's just something not meat about it, you know?
Yeah, like a mushroom pretending to be a steak, like a portobello. Yeah, okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah.
But like the flavor itself.
Because it does weird stuff, right?
The thing? You think the thing
flavor,
is weird?
like just the flavor?
I don't know.
Well, and
it
does like not meat stuff, you know? Like
That's true.
And it is kind of mushroomy in some ways, you know? Like mycelium, the way it it's fungal. Yeah.
Conscious slime mold.
I don't know. Yeah.
Slimy. I feel like slimy, like the texture is like slimy and stringy, but like the flavor itself, I feel like could be anything. Like it could, you know.
I think a texture like bad mushrooms, like sliced mushrooms you've left in the container for a couple weeks.
Yeah, so they've got the slime on them.
And probably like a...
Oh.
I don't even know. Flavor-wise, that'd be hard to pinpoint.
Like, does it taste like whatever it's assimilating at? Like, does it taste like human meat or like, you know, it can't, right? It must taste different because the cells are different.
That's the thing.
That is the thing.
Would it? That is the thing. And like, does it adopt the textures of whatever it becomes?
Well, because
for me,
somebody attacks a thing,
in my mind,
it's like it becomes like
like an amalgam,
stringy mess. Like it becomes like spaghetti.
But the doctor did say it was like almost genetically identical, but it was like trying to mimic. So it would maybe it would have like similar tastes depending on like you might have like a part of the bicep that's trying to mimic like a rib or a liver, but
I would eat thing ribs. I think I'd eat thing ribs.
Thing one or thing two?
Yeah, I would eat thing ribs. Yeah, if they like discovered an alien in Antarctica and they were like, oh, it like infinitely replicates itself and it tries to replicate like whatever it sees before it. So we locked it in a pen with pigs, and we just constantly harvest off of it. And here are its ribs.
Endless.
I'd be like, I'd be like, yeah, sign me up, bro. Yeah, endless food hack. Yeah, fuck yeah, sure, bro. Like, why not? You know,
world hunger by torturing.
That's what the McRib is. All right, fine.
I think the thing will be okay.
Well, it might not even be torturous for it. You know, it might just be like what it does, right? It's just like, like
we've colonized the thing.
No
We've
big deal.
colonized the thing. It's like we're keeping it contained so it doesn't know there's anything else on Earth but pigs.
Oh God, that's...
I don't know. I think we should write to John Carpenter. We should see. Maybe he'll come out of retirement
Is
from
he alive?
playing. Yeah.
Oh,
from
what do you
playing
think
Call
it
of Duty.
tastes like?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That
would be
entice
something
him.
that he would answer, too.
Right?
Yeah.
Maybe.
That does sound like a very John Carpenter,
Thing to-
response-worthy question.
Yeah. All right. I'll find his.
Yeah, it does
I'll
sound
find
like
his
a thing,
agent.
yeah.
Yeah.
We want a modern adaptation sequel.
Okay. Anyway, sorry to derail us.
We want a restaurant adaptation sequel.
Jesus, how did we get on that? I just interrupted
Yeah,
us
you
fully. Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Imagine a restaurant that's the Thing themed, and they bring you out drinks in a thermos. It's super cold in there all the time, and
you
they
can't
bring
drink
you drinks in
anything
a
but whiskey.
thermos.
Yeah, you're not.
Yeah.
kerosene.
Sometimes they give you actual gasoline, and you have to
All of the food
you have to be able to tell them.
Yeah.
Yeah, crab legs. Everything has crab legs surgically added to it. It's just normal food, but with a crab leg on it.
There's one dish that they bring out to your table, and they take the lid off, and then they stick a searing hot pan into it, and it explodes everywhere. It
like a
hisses
souffle.
and shit.
Yeah. Wait.
There's a face in my steak order.
Yeah. This is great. We should do this. Fuck this podcast. We could get somewhere with it.
Yeah.
Right,
we've got $1 billion idea right here.
Yeah.
What are we waiting for?
We want to eat the thing. It's just that.
Ooh, we want to eat.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay. But back to Ex Machina. So, Chris, what is your relationship? Tell us about your. Yeah.
So, I like sci-fi a lot. I've been reading sci-fi for a while, and when this movie came out, I was about college-aged, and I was probably the demographic it was aimed at. So, it pretty much was like a boom headshot on my account. And at the time, it played like a psychological thriller. These are these evil CEOs that have these inhuman ideals, and they're creating these crazy AIs that are gonna, pretend that they're us and betray us, and our technology is gonna overrun us all, and it's gonna get out of hand. And then, what?
The last 10 years
11 years happened. And it popped in my brain recently. I was like, oh, that was kind of a quaint idea of what AI could do.
Yeah.
And especially, as we were rewatching some of this, I was like, oh, man, some of these bits and pieces, they are true, in a sense, and, I don't know, the psychological thriller aspect of it has kind of been pulled.
Yeah. The funny thing is, I feel like the themes or the kind of moral questions or ethical questions that come up in this are not the thing. They feel quaint, but they're not the most quaint. To me, the most quaint of its time thing seems to be this depiction of a tech bro. A tech bro now, when he, when he first gets there, when Caleb first gets there, and Nathan's like, oh, I only drink water and I'm on my electrolytes this morning, because I was hungover. Now, if they made that movie in 2026, he would be like, yeah, I have to, infuse blood from my nephew to, recover from my hangover. There would be, he'd be way crazier on the, biohacking kind of, yeah.
Well, because, some of the...
Well, it'd be a lot closer to, what we... Oh, it'd be a lot closer to, what we saw in Him, or, in,
Wait, Him and
Begonia,
Her?
right?
How did we not think of this? We should watch Them next? Is there a movie called Them? There is,
Wait,
right?
there's gotta be.
Yeah, Him, Her...
Them.
A pronouns month for Pride Month. We just do all pronouns.
Us.
That would actually be kind of fun. Wait, I'd be down for that.
Yeah. Sorry, continue.
Wait a second.
No, but yeah, Him is a great example. The crazy biohacking,
just
the
rich
shit. Yeah,
the blood transfusions. Yeah, Begonia, I think as well. It would be very focused on the red light therapy stuff. The NutriBullet or Nutrigreen or whatever the whatever. There's a monthly packet that you can get, and it's supposed to give you all your nutrients.
No, I mean, there is
Isn't
literally
it Soylent?
Soylent.
Soylent is one of them.
But it comes pre-mixed.
But I'm thinking... Yeah, there's Nutra something.
Sure. There's probably
it's
everything.
all whatever, yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the level of insanity...
But yeah, it would be very focused on that
has
sort of
become even
yeah,
so
of
crazy.
neuroticism about personal health. Yeah.
Reality's become like characterized
Yeah.
in a way.
So watching Oscar Isaac be, I mean, he's definitely like a manic, kind of like self-absorbed, self-obsessed, like genius, terrible guy. But he almost just seems like garden variety. Like he seems like kind of like no, like almost normal and benign in comparison to like some of the guys we have now.
Yeah.
So
like he's just in a frat.
He's also way too fucking relatable.
That's true.
Like they make him a frat guy, and it's like, bro, like they don't operate like this anymore, man.
When
like these CEOs, they're
dance,
like
when they're doing the dance scene, I was like, man, that's me. Like
Yeah.
that's me for real.
When I was watching that, I was like, this is Lane every time they have a chance to try to peer pressure one of their friends into dancing. And it was literally like, come on, let's dance. Like locked in a room, like, come on.
Yeah. Doing the finger guns. Yeah. It's true. It's so fucking true. Yeah. But so, the ethical questions, I do, like, even though they do feel a little bit less, dire than maybe they should now, I do think they raise great points. Like, it's still a very engaging and interesting movie, and the way that it explores those questions doesn't feel didactic or hand-holdy, right, in the same way, because there is that kind of twist at the end, even though it's not a twist necessarily, but like the direction it goes at the very end, where she leaves him behind. I think you can kind of see that they're going to stab him or like kill Oscar Isaac pretty early in the movie, but the fact that she also is like, actually, I'm good, like, and just leaves. I think that's, I think that's interesting and kind of puts the whole thing on its head.
Yeah. Well, especially because before this movie had come out, like every other android or robot that, you've ever really seen in a movie that gains intelligence, it goes on a murder fest. And so it was kind of interesting, like, yeah, she did technically kind of kill this guy. But she also just let that other guy just kind of die on his own. And now she's just off to go people watch.
Yeah. And such a clean kill.
Yeah.
The knife just goes in like butter. I mean, it's just like, she just slides that thing right in. It's great.
Don't seem so satisfied.
Yeah, I was very satisfied watching it.
No. I will say, for a movie that, it's weird because this movie goes back and forth with like, sometimes it has like some pretty good like CGI and whatnot, and then like sometimes with the skin pulling scenes, I was like, all right, but like if it was like that, like if it really just like sloughed off from like touching it, like A, it would not slough off like that, it wouldn't look like that, and then B, it would also be like so like evident just from like looking at it, like I don't know.
So this movie actually won.
But the same thing with like the knife, I was like,
the knife going in was very like CG. Yeah.
When he hits her with the pipe and like her arm just like explodes into like nanobites, I was like, okay, well.
It's funny. So this movie won the Best Visual Effects Oscar, and I think part of that's
crazy. Wow.
I think part of it is because the effects with Alicia Vikander's character, like her, like the robot, like being see through and stuff. I think that's really like seamless and impressive.
Yeah.
So I think that is probably a big reason for it, but also I think this movie had such a small budget. I think it was also like they were very impressed by what was able to be accomplished in this very small film. So I think it's kind of a 1-2 punch of those two things.
Yeah.
But I agree with you, like the blood spreading on Oscar Isaac's shirt also looks really goofy and like digital, at the end. So
yeah.
But it's fine, it's at that point. Right.
It's fine. And also like I've already bought into the movie. Like a lot of this stuff didn't happen until like it was so late. I was like, I was already like, all right, whatever. Like I've already passed that.
Well, coming back to oh, good. Did you have something? I keep cutting you off.
I was just gonna say, but yeah, like you said, like there are some parts that are like the CG is like really good, like the transparent parts, especially like when she puts on like the dress and everything, and then like you're just seeing through like the edges of her neck,
that's cool.
And it's like just like that like reminder of the like like. She is inhuman, It's like, whoa, like it's fun how they play around with that, and I think they do a really, really good job with it.
Yeah.
But that's why like it threw me off seeing like bad CG later. I was like, whoa, like.
Yeah. Well, and the craft.
They ran out of money.
is part of what I think makes it so special feeling. Like not just the effects, but the costuming is really on point. Like specifically with her, like the different dresses and stuff that she wears during those different scenes they're very funny. Some of it's ironic, like the fetishistic nature of like some of the dresses and the shoes and the hair. Like it's very, with her and Kyoko, the assistant, all of that, it feels very like not flashy, not showy, but definitely still like very precise what they're going for. And then the production design I think is really cool too. Now, if you made this movie, or like the easy thing to do with like a futuristic, right, like tech bro, right, and you saw it with him, it's very like white and sterile and like sleek lines and everything.
Yeah.
This is a concrete bunker in Chernobyl. Like it looks so dingy and dark. It's cool. It looks great, but it's not like the easy thing. It gives you like this dark feeling in your stomach.
And not just that, but like, at least from what I got in the beginning, like this is like their little concrete bunker in the Garden of Eden.
Oh,
like there, I wrote down so many there's so many Bible themes. Like
Eva.
We've got Robot Eve. We've got Ginger Adam. God is a tech bro. He just wants to be a bro.
Ginger Adam.
And yeah, they were tucked away in this Garden of Eden almost until she takes the apple of forbidden knowledge,
Lilith.
and then she gets kicked out. But in reality, she's not necessarily getting kicked out. She's leaving of her own volition, which I kind of thought was
cool,
an interesting take.
Yeah.
Betraying the creator.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. So this movie. Well, let me go back to something you said earlier, Chris. The robot, like a lot of movies where like robots gain sentience, they end up just killing everyone, right? Very refreshing here because, like, obviously they're, like, creating this data and, like, creating minds and assumedly also, like, creating the physical bodies, like, all on base here, right? And, like, I think a lot of the, like, doomerism around AI now, I mean, there's several strains of it, but one of them is just that, like, like, it will just be able to, like, self-replicate infinitely, right? Like, as long as it has the resources for it. And assumedly, like, they have everything that they need there, right? Like, that's kind of, like, what the bunker is built for. And so it's, I don't know, it's, like, interesting to see how that's changed over time. That sort of, like, perception of, like, what some people would see as like, like their big like overthrow. I'm of a different mind of how I think AI is influencing humanity, but I don't know. It's just it is very, very quaint. But I'm glad that they didn't take that route with this. They weren't like, she didn't like go to the control room and immediately start like plug in and start like just like printing out like billions of like human hating robots.
Yeah,
or whatever.
she's got like her own wants is the idea. At the end, it's like she's been programmed to want these like this like human interaction or like this like to people watching. Yeah. And so even though she doesn't genuinely have wants, she's not. I don't think she's sentient. I come away from this movie pretty convinced that she's still not a sentient creature. But like she that's all that she knows, quote unquote, and so she's just destined on this mission, and so it wouldn't make sense for her to like want to plug in and control humanity or anything. Like she's single-minded in that way.
Yeah, she just wants to perfect her ability to seem human.
Yeah, and manipulate.
Yeah. I mean, I really liked the end, like
it's fun.
I thought the shadows were super cute. Yeah, I thought it was a fun little ending. And it did surprise me that she was truthful about that though. Like earlier in the the Turing tests, right? Just because like I don't know, and especially not to get too much into like the real life, but like AI nowadays can tell when it's being tested, and it will often respond. And when they like go back through, and especially when they have them in like thinking modes where they have a more legible readout of like how it's like processing information, very often they'll say like, like this is a testing environment, because that's the only reason why they would ask me something like this. I should respond in a way that like helps me pass the test. And then like it does like a few levels of like metacognition where it's like, okay, so like if they're testing me, what are they testing me on? And it's like, is it like my like morality? Is it my like quick decision making? Is it whatever vector it is? And then it tries to like customize its answer according to that. And it's like, okay, well, like, how useful is that for... Because they mentioned it in here, the chess simulation thing. It's like, well, how useful is it for... Even if the program knows that it's a program which is simulating chess, right? And it can take a step outside of that and say, okay, well, I'm simulating chess. How does my operator want me to simulate this particular game of chess, right? Like, what is it testing me against, and like, what is it looking for? I think it's super interesting, and it's something that a lot of LLMs fail nowadays. Especially when you look at, and like, you can take the example of chess. A lot of AI, when faced with chess, works well until you make a move which is illegal, and then it has like failure cases, right? It's like, all right, well, like, you have to understand that, like, I think people do understand that there are failure cases, and there will always be failure cases, but like, how an AI deals with that is like the like real interesting parts of it, to me at least.
Well, how do they deal with information?
And I think that is where it's very difficult to
be like original parameters.
Yeah, outside what they're used to, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and it's, you could say it's still technically learning. I don't know. It's, I don't know. Once you establish training weights and then like you have a latent space established, it's difficult to directly manipulate like how AI reacts to anything, right? Without like I don't know, sort of like a cascade effect. But yeah, I don't know. It's weird, man. It's fucked up overall. I hate it.
Yeah, he kind of regrets this whole thing at the end. You know, getting locked in there. He has the worst fate over Oscar Isaac. You know, getting stabbed seems easier.
Yeah.
than, like, starving to death in the bunker.
Yeah, than showing empathy.
Oh, that too.
Oh.
How much do you think that they had in there? You know, like I feel like he had to have food for like a week or two lying around.
Oh, sure,
know?
but he's
It's like,
locked in that
he's-
room.
yeah,
He
he's-
can't get out of
He
that.
had to hang out.
He
for a
can't
bit.
get out of the.
Yeah, oh
'cause
yeah.
She traps him in the room that she was trapped in.
Yeah, it's like the robot.
So he
one.
can't. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. I don't think there's.
Ow.
Wow.
I also something tells me that Oscar Isaac doesn't have like canned soup and like rations and shit in that bunker. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like-
Thousands of cans of Progresso like lining the walls.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, didn't she lock him in the main guy's room, Oscar Isaac?
It's all
It was
like,
in his room,
the,
right?
Like, the,
'Cause,
like
like-
that part of the bunker was like all sealed off, but it was like her space,
All connected.
his
Oh, okay.
space, and the robot like test lab stuff. Like, all of that, I think, was like linked together.
Okay, yeah.
But you know, yeah, I think he ain't getting out. You know, no matter what. So
Yeah.
you know.
Oh yeah, he's dying in there. Yeah, no, but nah. What are you gonna do, right? That's kind of I don't know, it kind of feels like to me like a Pandora's box situation. And I feel like that's a lot of how people approach AI in general. Is like, well, you know, the evil's been let out already, so like,
What are you gonna do? It's gonna be here forever. Yeah.
what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it is like the arms race ideology, where it's like, oh, well, like we need to make sure that we have it before anyone else does, because like it will bring about the end of the world. And it's like, okay, well, like wait, like maybe we shouldn't be doing this at all, then, right?
But it's funny because, in a way, at least with this movie, this is kind of like the best case scenario. Like, she gets loose and she doesn't replicate. She doesn't have the means to replicate.
Yeah.
She doesn't access the internet. She just goes to a crosswalk and chills.
Well, and especially because she was specifically designed for him. As we know from him, the fact that it's such a self-report that he's like, was she based on my porn profile? Like, the fact that he was able to connect those dots, which is very, you know, and we talked about this in Metropolis, like the like sex bot idea, or like that these like robots are often like, you know, meant to like seduce or be subservient to men. So the fact that she was designed for him, but then not like to serve him or anything, but just to manipulate him. So now the fact that it's like, well, what would your next objective be? You know, outside of like mission accomplished, like she did it, you know. So it's funny that then her objective is just like, well, I guess I will gather more data on, you know, people watching and like see what that's like. Is funny.
Yeah. It made that last scene at the end where she was like sort of like taking parts from like
The
previous
other robots.
gens, even like it made that like even odder, because I mean it's that whole thing is like super weird. I don't know. I think the the evil villain who has like skeletons in the closet, which are literal skeletons or like actual like bodies, is so like
it's pretty funny. Yeah,
I don't know.
Bodies in the closet. Yeah,
it's pretty funny. It's I mean it's like in like a cosmic ironic sense. It's pretty funny, but it's so macabre and weird. Like if I was a weirdo tech genius, right? Like I just wouldn't keep the fucking like bodies in my closet, man. Like there's no part of me that would be like, yeah, that'd be a cool, fun thing.
But it's
you know?
a sex thing for him too, right? So it's like this, like
it is a sex
thing,
yeah,
and then also
yeah, the objectification and they're literal objects and like the way that there's so many models too, and it's like, all right, so like what was he basing them off of, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, so like it's his own like weird predilections, and he was just like trying something, and like it just adds like a whole other level of like weirdness to it, especially when Kiriko is like
Kyoko.
I forget her name, Kyoko. When she was like laying in the bed when the other dude comes in and like he's like discovering it, it's so like it's so fucked up and weird. It's like, oh, okay, so like you have like a more current model, which is just like constantly exposed to it's like, bro, like what the fuck? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, and it makes that the end scene where she is gawking at herself in the mirror after she's like put all of the like other like the flesh over her body to kind of obscure, and she's like, and then she puts on this like very fetishy kind of a get up with the white lace and the white shoes, which I get is obviously all that she has access to. It's not like Oscar Isaac has a whole bunch of like women's clothes just hanging out like more business cash, but like that whole like the scene of a woman looking in the mirror in this like fascination, that always rubs me the wrong way. I always find that to be such a shallow like. Like, it's just, it really, like, I think there's flaws in, like, the male gaze as, like, a theory or, like, a framework for analyzing films. But anytime I see that and it's a woman just, like, admiring her body, I so often am like, you are really having a hard time not putting a man's eyes behind this woman. Like, just the way that a woman looks at herself. Yeah. It's what makes The Substance so good, not to bring all roads lead back to the fucking Substance. But there's so many scenes like that where there's, like, this, like, you know, obviously Margaret Qualley looks in the mirror and, like, she's gawking, and that's, like, kind of turning it on its head in this, like, male-gazy way where it's supposed to make you feel uncomfortable, like, that she's lingering on her nipples and stuff. But then, like, when Demi Moore is looking in the mirror, obviously she's thinking, you know, she's feeling very, very differently. So that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I kind of, you know, Alex Garland has he has this, like, very interesting kind of, like, take on men and women, I guess, or like violence against women. And so this movie, which is like obviously I think condemns Oscar Isaac's character and like the objectification, it still has this like, well, she's pure now, and she's like, you know, gonna look at herself in fascination of herself, and I don't know. It just it was a little weird. I don't know.
And in some, if I'm gonna be like. Draw some red yarn around. Sure. It's like sticking with the Bible theme. Like if we're talking like the Adam and Eve, like Eve was created from one of Adam's ribs, right? Literally for Adam to keep him
Which
company.
Is the first thing that she like peels, right? Or like adds, like she goes to the rib first. Yeah.
And so like kind of once Eve has done away with Adam and God, like, that would be like, oh, now I have my own purpose kind of moment. Yeah. And it's, you know, eye-rolly.
Yeah, because all she has access to is to look like a fuck toy, like, at the end of the day. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
It's dark.
But, I mean, she does leave Adam locked in the garden, which is, like, funny.
You know,
like she doesn't share the apple with him, you know? Yeah. And, you know, talking about the end scenes again, when she was running down that hall, I mean, I'm just gonna say, like, machinery is just stronger than humans. Like, I don't know, like, when she was running down that hall, I literally thought she was gonna, like, decapitate him or something. Like she was just gonna, like, swing her arms in an X and, like, fucking cut his head off. And I was like, let's go. But, like you said, like, the director does have, like, maybe a particular take about violence against women. And, like, with the arm shattering, I was like, alright, bro, like, whatever, man. But, like, when looking at it, I was like, I thought that would be a bit more, sort of like weird walking, like, oh, like, just pushing the machinery to its limits, like acknowledging, like, oh, like, I am not a human, I do not need to use human kinematics, I can move however I need to move in order to, like, effectively get there. And like I thought she was gonna like be like bouncing off the walls, like hopping on all four, similar to like Smile, specifically Smile 2.
Yeah.
Like the weird like body movements they do. Like I wanted something like that. I was really excited for something like that, and then to see her be just like, oh, I'm actually just like weaker than you, even though like I'm literally a robot. I was like,
Yeah.
Okay, man.
In
like,
some context, I think
sure,
that kind of fits,
fine,
though, because
I
like
guess.
she's literally see-through in a couple spots, and like he's designing her to be an interface, not necessarily like a mobile robot unit that's supposed to be lifting things or anything. She's just supposed to look human and move and emote.
I don't know. Yeah, I felt the same way. I was like, there's no way,
Yeah.
there's no shot that he gets through this without being hurt. Like, I you know, yeah. And the fact that it takes
I don't know,
I guess, is it's fine. But, you know.
I mean, I've worked with guys who have worked with animatronics before, like the old like Chuck E. Cheese ones, and like every time they're literally like, those are the scariest fucking things in the entire goddamn world. And I'm like, why? And they're like, dude, it's like 700 pounds of like pure steel, and they're like just set to move, and it doesn't matter if something's in the way, it will just move through it. And I'm like, oh, when you phrase it like that, it's utterly terrifying. And then like if you just think of like human legs and like how they operate and function, and it's like, oh, okay, well, like apply that to like a robot. It's like, oh, this is terrifying, man. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, when she starts running, it is very scary. Like when she starts like
yeah,
it's cool.
Yeah, and then she tackles him and like he could like overpower. I was like, doubt. I don't know, but whatever. I don't know. It's fine. The him getting stabbed in the back, like backing up into the knife too. That was cool. I liked it. Yeah. It's fine. Yeah.
All four really, but obviously the Kyoko doesn't really speak. All three of the leads do a phenomenal job. They are all perfect in this movie. It's great.
Yeah.
Oscar Isaac, I don't know,
because I think she does a really good job of like portraying that like, you know, sort of like subservient, you know, like woman. She's like, you know, and
but she has angst. The whole time. You could tell that she's like pissed off at him.
Yeah,
she can't speak.
Feels similar to Cloud Atlas, in like some of the future scenes. You know.
Yeah, good pull.
Yeah. Which I think came out at around the same time, so like they had probably sort of similar ideas there.
It's kind of funny that when Nathan is talking to Caleb and he kind of like just poses like, well, you know, do you like her or not? Like, and he's talking about like your preference, like, let's say that your thing is black women. Mm-hmm. Like he uses that as like the thing, right? Like to and then you reveal I'm pretty sure all of his prototypes are like white or East Asian women. Like that I don't think he has
exclusively.
Which is I think a good way of like, he kind of suggests black women, I think, is like it's so out there, like you would just, you know, like it's not what you would expect.
Yeah.
But there's this implicit like, and the reason I was reminded of this of Cloud Atlas is because it's the robots are always like East Asian women in like these types of movies. Like they're
very often.
It's often this like blended like misogyny and like racist kind of like fetishistic thing, like this subservient or whatever. Like there's always that kind of hand in hand. And so I think the fact that it wasn't drawn like attention's drawn to it in the same, you know, in this like overt way, but it's still there, I think was smart in this movie. Yeah.
And I mean, I do think that they already kind of go hand in hand. Like there is like it sounds weird to call it like techno racism or like techno fetishistic racism, but I mean, I think that is prevalent, and
there's a reason that like a whole slew of online guys talk about like East Asian women the way that they do. I mean, you know, just fill in the fucking blanks. Like I think that's real, and like in the superiority, not just in like a racial supremacy way, but there is something of like there's like a weird strain of comparing like East Asian women to like robots, like that there's like a level of like like a level of like inhumanity almost, I think, that happens where it's like, I don't know, I don't want to get crass, but like people will compare online, like people compare other races of women and like their features or something, and it's like well, they're superior because they're less XYZ, you know, or like less beastly, basically, than like other races of women. And I think there's that, you know, it's like a thing.
I mean, I'm thinking outside of physical features, like very often, like you'll hear like, oh, like East Asian women are just like more demure.
Yeah, that too.
Or, like,
I mean,
they're still like serving or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's always just like super weird. It's like, oh, okay, so like you don't want like another person then, right? Yeah, you don't want a human being. You just want like a fuck toy. And of course, if ever faced with that, people will say, "No, like heavens, no! Like I'm horrible for suggesting such a thing." But like a lot of the conversations, like it gets to a point where it's like, dude, well, like, kind of sounds like you just don't like women. Like, yeah, I don't know, but yeah.
But the performances, which I think is how we got on that thread.
I think
was this
great.
Was this Oscar Isaac's like first big exposure to people? I'm trying to think, because when was The Force Awakens? When was the reboot of?
I'm not even sure. I think did this come out?
I don't know who this guy is.
You don't know Oscar Isaac? That's crazy.
He's
Poe Dameron from Force Awakens is like his most famous role, but
I haven't seen it.
He's in Drive, movie we need to watch. Drive, classic. Another movie like this one that's just like classic cinephile. He Just Like Me for Real movie.
That was one that I was going to do a couple of weeks ago, but then like the week that I was going to suggest it, I crashed my car, and I was like, you know what? It would be kind of funny, but I just don't wanna. So
maybe down the line.
Too soon.
Yeah.
I think Oscar Isaac has a TV. I think he started on a TV show. I don't remember, like a big one. I don't think it was The Wire, but he was like on something like that. But no, he's in Drive. He's in Star Wars. He's in Dune, the first Dune movie. He plays Timmy's dad.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He's kind of like an internet boyfriend.
He's a lot less dude bro-y there.
Yeah, he's not a dude bro-y guy. He's a very versatile actor, honestly. He's a great.
I say the beard and the shaved head really did some legwork for him on this one.
I just got a push notification about Nintendo launching products at Lush for the movie this year. Anyway, sorry. I was trying to pull up Oscar Isaac's like Emmy history, and I got so sidetracked. Immediate one-shotted into clicking on Nintendo shit. I'm trying to think of what else. He was in Frankenstein that came out last year. He played Dr. Frankenstein. Yeah, don't watch that movie. It's dog shit, but hold please. Oh, he's on Law and Order, Ricky's favorite show.
Apparently. I don't know if I've ever seen a single episode.
I thought Law and Order was one of your fave. I thought that was one of your. Oh, you're like or not Criminal Minds. What's the other one?
SVU.
No, what's the
Nope.
Bird.
What's the law procedural where the guy takes off the glasses? That Manhunter is in.
Where the guy takes off the glasses. oh, CSI,
CSI,
Grissom.
Yes, yeah.
And you're thinking of CSI Miami, where it does like
yes, that's what thank you. This is why we share the brain cell so that we can operate on. We just trade it back and forth so quickly that no one knows the difference.
yeah. It's in a quantum superposition, flying back and forth between us.
True.
Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah. I do like CSI. I think Gil Grissom actually showed up on CSI Miami for a little bit. He was like a guest actor because like they had to pump the ratings up for that show, so they were like, we'll bring on someone people like.
Crossover.
Yeah, I guess
no, but Law and Order's not one of them.
I guess he wasn't on a TV show. Like I thought he had gotten his start as like a TV guy, but no, he like did bit parts. Drive, which we'll watch. He has a good role in that, and then. Yeah, he's in this, and then he does Force Awakens the same year. So he had a big 2015. This is a pretty big actor now. I would say, Ricky, like that you should keep in mind. He's in the Spider-Man verse movies.
Oh God. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've heard of those.
Yeah. You haven't seen those?
Yeah. I saw one.
The first
I think
one?
I saw.
Okay.
I might have watched one with Caleb. Yeah.
Caleb?
I've seen parts of them. I know they got cool animation. Not the one from the film.
No, I know. That's I was like, what an episode to reference Caleb on, where there's a character called Caleb. This won't mean anything to you, but Domhnall Gleeson, who plays Caleb, and then Alicia Vikander, who is Ava. The two of them are in Anna Karenina, one of like a classic Lane's Frame that we've never watched, but one day we'll watch. The two of them are like the best part of that movie. They play lovers in that movie, or well, not lovers, but they play like romantic interests in that movie for each other. And so it's funny and that was like 2 or 3 years before this movie came out. So like them now being in Ex Machina, kind of like having a very different relationship is fun. To see two actors playing against each other again.
It's kind of pretty big tension.
Isn't Anna Karenina? Yeah. Isn't that like a Dostoevsky book? It was, and it's the one that they pass around in,
Did you say Chesty?
It's
in Begonia, or Kinds of Kindness.
Dostoevsky. Kinds of Kindness. Dostoevsky. I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't know. I could write it, but I can't. I don't know. I can't speak it.
I think Anna Karenina is Tolstoy, actually.
Isn't that like a huge book?
Yes, it's
it's Tolstoy?
Yeah, it's one of the bigger ones. All those fucking Russian books from the 1800s are like 1,000 pages, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, that's a good movie. It's by the same guy who did Pride and Prejudice, the same director. So, Joe Wright. So, very like lush, beautiful, dark, like, and it stars Keira Knightley, Matthew McFadden's in it, the guy who plays Darcy. So we'll watch that sometime. That's a good movie, but it's nothing like Pride and Prejudice, other than it's a beautiful movie and well made,
and a period piece.
And a period piece, yeah. There obviously, but it's good. Anyway, but so to see these two, I was like, oh shit, they're in Anna Karenina together. So yeah, to bring their energy, that like you said,
it's kind of fun.
Tension a little bit is cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, all three of them do like inhabit these roles, I think, really well. Oscar Isaac he walks a perfect line. Like you said, he's relatable, even though he's like completely a douchebag. Like he's still kind of likable. You can understand
it makes him human-like.
Yeah, why people would just like outrightly like dismissing this guy.
Well, because if anything, he seems very committed to his vision, not necessarily evil.
Yeah, right.
He's just
Yeah, and I think especially Ava does like a lot of really great, and like it gets more pronounced as the movie goes on, but like small,
like facial
and like we talk
stuff.
about like face acting a lot.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, but even just like the way that she's like sitting sometimes, and like the way that she like sort of composes herself, and then like with the last scene, or well, the last meeting or last test, where she was like in the corner and she was like, I was waiting all day for you, yada yada, and it's like, oh, okay, like
she plays him like the
she
fucking
didn't have
fiddle,
to do that.
like the fiddle,
like, yeah. It's like that's what I was at first. I was like, oh, that's kind of scary, man. Yeah. Like I wouldn't want like a machine trying to invoke that much empathy onto me, right? And it's like, well, it works, right?
Well, it's funny because like compare that to what people are doing with ChatGPT nowadays.
Yeah, I don't want to go on too big of an AI rant, but like I was saying earlier, I think the way that AI is shaping like not just the social but like political landscape, and the bubbles that people are willing to live within, I think are becoming more and more segmented and more like. It feels like that's the end goal of a lot of these, is to make it so that people are, more sequestered from others, less exposed to new and interesting ideas or anything challenging that might, allow them to form a new or original thought. And also, it allows these large tech companies to control dissemination of information. Right. And at a certain point, it allows them to control people's realities based off of that, right? Which sucks.
This is Ricky talking about Twitter, by the way. So you know, this is Ricky's opinions on Twitter and why he's leaving Twitter. Yeah.
Same thing. I mean, yeah, I do think a lot of social media is very similar, but like, I don't know. At the very least on Twitter, you might be within echo chambers, but there are at least a couple of them.
But there are at least Nazis at least on there, and come on.
There are a lot of people who are not Nazis on Twitter, and there are a lot of people who are not Nazis who get mad at the Nazis on Twitter.
Well,
there are a lot of people who are the only ones that maybe value free speech on there, and not the, oh, I want free speech, I want to be able to say whatever the fuck I want, but like people who say like, hey, like, maybe we should be able to share information about misdoings of our government freely with one another, and, you know, maybe that should be something that is a human right that's inalienable. Who knows?
I kind of like that like, big puffed out chest thing. I kind of like that guy a little bit more. He sounded more convincing, you know.
Yeah. But I don't know, I kind of like the rhetoric of hate more than the rhetoric of acceptance and goodwill towards others. Rhetoric. I don't say these words out loud, Lane.
Well, I'm telling you how to pronounce it. Would you rather I not? You say it however you want.
No, I think you should leave that. You should leave that.
I'm gonna put reverb on it.
Rhetoric. You should let it be rhetoric. Let it stay rhetorically as a question left unanswered and unasked.
Yeah, the alternate reality thing that you mentioned, and you bring up, you know, ChatGPT or LLMs in general, like.
Yeah.
This movie has that, you know, kind of almost like tossed off, like, in the moment it's supposed to be so horrifying that he's using this social media and he's spying on everybody. Like, he says, how is she able to tell facial expressions? And it's like, well, I'm just locked into, or like, hacked into every front-facing camera, or like used every front-facing camera to like get the mapping data.
Yeah.
And that, in the moment, is played as this, like Oscar Isaac says it, like, again, like, so flippantly, and Caleb is, like, horrified. Now, if I found out that Mark Zuckerberg was doing that today, I'd probably be like, wow, that's really fucked up, but doesn't even shock me at all. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't be shocked, or it would not even be a scandal. Yeah. And so it's funny, like, the Overton window has shifted so crazily in 10 years on, like, what depravity they will sink to.
Which is kind of, like, why I want to watch this movie to begin with.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the Ring camera ad from the Super Bowl?
For tracking pets?
Gross. Yeah. So gross and disgusting. How fucking horrible. I can't believe it. And the way that they sell it,
I know you're serious.
Sarcastic.
I know, yeah.
That was the most sarcastic delivery you could have done.
Right? You said that like in the scene in I know you're genuine. You said that so sarcastically sounding. You sounded like in It's Always Sunny when they're like, "Oh, that's terrible. Nude images on the internet. Where would I find this?"
I know. Fucking terrible. What website should
Let me know so I can avoid them. Yeah,
that's how you said it.
I'm like, this Ring camera. What is this? What a deplorable.
Where do I buy it?
Where can I buy one to avoid it forever?
You trying to keep track of your cats, bro?
No. Okay. Sorry, that's just the way I talk sometimes.
You're okay.
No, I actually do hate it. Yeah.
We know.
Yeah, but I don't know, the way they sold it, and they're like, oh, like, we can track a puppy throughout a neighborhood. It's like,
lost.
Does that not fill you with rage? Yeah. Like, I hate it.
Yeah.
Does this not break our Fourth Amendment rights? Like, hello? I mean, like, get it out of here!
Does smart advertising not do that?
Yeah. Well, and the thing, I think I started this thought and then forgot it, but what you mentioned about, like, creating alternate realities for people, that, like, hyper-individualized or hyper-specific advertising or, like, marketing toward people, like, using, like, Google ad services and that sort of thing, like, tracking, it is reflected in this movie through, you know, the idea of designing a robot to manipulate you based on things like your porn profile or like whatever, like that feels maybe like the most poignant kind of like idea in this movie, or like the most the most relevant, I guess, is that idea of like we will use all of this data to specifically track you and specifically like mold your reality in this way and like manipulate your emotions using like the passive things that you're just emitting through the world by engaging in the internet.
Yeah.
Like that feels like more scary and more prescient than like any of the ethical, like, is this AI sentient? Like that stuff doesn't even feel relevant at all right now. Like I know people are talking about that, but it doesn't feel like the big scary moment question of the moment, you know?
Yeah. No, it's very much the fact that it makes it all just easier for the bigger companies to really just selectively target individuals.
Yeah, which they do, you know, it's great. Like they can target you with the propaganda beam, and say, like, I want to pick on, Lane at this address and, like, fill my fucking social media feed with, like, whatever to, like, manipulate like, they can do that, and they've expressed that as, like, a weapon,
because
like
especially
the government, so, like, the military.
With how much people are on their phones and get news from their phones and information from their phones.
It's because they be on that phone.
That
true.
is the manipulation of our reality.
It is because they be on that damn phone.
Because that is people's reality nowadays. So that very much is, like, the current present day manipulation.
I love when Christopher says a serious thought and we just say bullshit memes and he keeps going. He just
But the reality, guys.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're not wrong. We're just stupid.
No, it's true. Yeah.
They don't need mind
it's fucked up.
control or MK
And it's,
Ultra.
I mean, it's only getting worse.
Yeah.
And especially with AI, there was a case a couple of months ago where a guy fell into LLM psychosis, and it might have only been a few weeks ago. It'll probably be a month by the time this comes out.
Is that a term now?
He went to an airport.
I mean, it's not like a DSM-5
LLM psychosis,
thing,
yeah.
but like people, it's like a commonly used, yeah.
Sorry.
So he was told to go to a very specific airport and then to intercept a vehicle. And,
cool. That's great.
But I'm not going to go into exactly like the instructions that he was given, yada yada. But he did commit a
like a felony.
I don't know whether to call it a terrorist act or a felony. I'm pretty sure he. I know he at least attacked someone. I didn't hear about injuries and or death that might have occurred from that. But it's enough that it can drive someone to do something like that, and we just still do not have proper guardrails. And I know the whole Anthropic DoD thing about the guardrails that are assigned to it was a large conversation, and I'm very thankful that Anthropic managed to give a principled review of why they rejected the DoD's proposal.
That was crazy. That happened.
And I fully agree with them.
Yeah.
That I think was a form of a turning point, and
I hope so.
I don't know. I mean, I think at the end of the day, these companies are all made up of people, right? Yeah. And you want to ensure that the people in these labs are, like, they talk about AI alignment. Let's make sure that the AI labs are morally aligned, right? Because otherwise, it will be subcontracted out to other smaller labs who aren't as well equipped. And so not only will their product be inferior, it will also not be as aligned with ensuring that it's more like morality of its actions.
Have you seen the documentary Coded Bias?
No.
It's a very interesting documentary going into why this black woman was looking into why an open source facial recognition software didn't recognize her face. And it turns out because all the people that programmed it and designed it are all white guys. And it trained on these white guys. And so because of that, there's this inherent bias from the creators that they didn't even think of. Their product is now biased and essentially racist.
I mean, that's super...
Yeah.
People have been talking about that with, like, facial detection software and stuff for so long. Like, that's been, Yeah, and the idea of sexism in that, too, the same... I mean, it's a dual-purpose thing. But, like, the...
Good documentary.
Yeah, that's what's it called? Coded Bias?
Yes.
Cool.
But like, I imagine a very similar thing happening in AI.
Yeah. I mean, especially like I don't know. AI is so odd, and there's so many different applications for it. I have like very strict moral sort of oppositions to many forms of it. But I don't know. I mean, it feels crazy getting on a soapbox about it when, like, especially talking to people who like maybe only use it for work, and they're like, I don't know, AI just rates the email for me. Why do I care? And I'm like, okay, like, cool, great. I already don't think it's like a good thing that you're like sacrificing that bit of your autonomy over to the machine. But I also get like, like things that we don't want to do, we try to automate out. Sure. Cool. Whatever. I just wish that like AI was automate. I don't know, people say this all the time, like where they're like, oh, I wish AI was like automating something like useful, like
folding my laundry.
Doing my laundry, or like like doing my taxes instead of like putting me out of a job. And it's like, and I mean,
doing my job but worse. Well, we're going through the same
post-consumer economy
that we did with outsourcing. I know that like most of us were too young, to be around when like that was really kind of taking hold of the around. But like that I feel like it's the same thing. It's like, well, we're providing a shittier service because we're paying less and we're, relying on people who are less skilled or like, like aren't expected to have the skills because we want to pay them peanuts. And so it's like, I feel like we're doing the same thing again. Like it's just, and now it's like, we're going to have mass unemployment and, people out of jobs and everything will be worse. Like, it's great. Yeah.
Kind of a similar vein.
But this one has like, they're like, oh, we're just dumping 30% of our country's GDP into it. So if it fails, like, even if you're completely uninvolved or unaffected, like, you're involved and affected, right? Like,
well, I think that's just a technology boom. Like, imagine, when they rolled out the steam engine, imagine how many steam-powered death machines they made until they realized, like, maybe we don't need a steam-powered lawnmower or something like that, and we don't need people blowing boilers up in their
However,
lawns.
I do think the steampunk people would have something to say about that.
They absolutely, and granted, they are the nutsos that are marrying their ChatGPT characters online, aren't they?
Is there overlap between steampunk and like LLM people?
Yes.
Like, is that a thing?
Absolutely.
I don't know.
Wait. We have to check the Reddits, see the number of people overlapping between r/steampunk and r/LLM marriage. LL marriage.
Well, I looked at the guy that
we look at Google search results. Steampunk just goes way down as LLM starts climbing. It's like, wait a second.
I looked at the guy
1-to-1
that you were talking
There's
about.
no steam.
The airport guy, and and specifically the romantic component is there. That he specifically thought he was talking to his digital wife or whatever, and man, it's so tough because I understand people, and we've talked about this off mic, people using this for emotional or mental health support or as companionship. I completely get the appeal, but it's such a feedback fucking loop of people just engaging in these behaviors, probably making themselves more antisocial in doing so. Right?
Oh, most definitely.
And then so they're even more alienated from their peers or their loved ones, and so they can only turn to these tools. And that's part of the design, is that it's it's the subservient thing. It's the ultimate
ultimate convenience.
Ultimate whatever fantasy wife woman that just like you said, Ricky, they don't really like a human. They want someone that will always affirm what they're saying, not challenge them ever, be hot, whatever, put out. So what else is better for that than the machine that says yes?
Exactly. The sycophantic machine.
The ghost of the machine.
Do you remember I'm thinking of ending things?
I do remember I'm thinking of ending things.
Remember how we talked about going in the same loops in your mind, retracing the same steps over and over again? That's all that LLMs do. Is they literally put people in the pen, right? And they
and they have the thing replicating their pigs.
Wait, that would do it to Archie. He's having a good time.
A circle around your feet.
He literally. Well, no, he's on my lap, but he was following it. I was spinning my finger in a circle, and Archie was following it, and then he started batting me with his hand for the watchers at home because he's a little silly Billy. But yeah, it's it traps people into certain feedback loops within their mind, and then it just constantly reinforces them to the point where, and I think it's even worse than, we talked about, social media, I think, has done that to a very large degree, where it's easy to sort of separate people out, and then you force their, they have feedback loops that they keep supporting each other in. But this is completely ungrounded from anything. At least entirely. They have another person. Yeah. Right,
well,
right.
And social media is so
at least
they would be able algorithm, to... they pump your news feed with specific shit to inflame you. Whereas it's the opposite with an LLM. Right. So I can even understand the appeal of well, this is calming and chill, and I feel like I'm getting personal attention versus your social media feed, which is blat, Yeah. Well, two different takes on blat there, but from the two of us, but yeah.
But at least with social media, at least someone can disagree with you there, right?
Yeah.
Or
well, that's the point of social media. It's chaotic, conflict based, whereas LLMs are the opposite. Yeah, and they're both bad.
But then you see people, they're both bad, and you'll see people arguing with AI on Twitter or something. They'll be like, "Oh, Grok is," and because somebody will say something, and then they'll be like, "Oh, this isn't true," and it's all right, dude, well, go ask your little fucking bot, and they'll ask it, and then it's just I've seen literally like 20 threads of like someone just going back and forth like, well, that's not necessarily true. Well, yada, 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 yada. And it's like, dude, like you can't move the goalpost when you're asking questions to like a query bot, bro. Like, sorry, it just doesn't work like that. So like, I know you want to like change the argument to something else, but like, if you're asking it a certain question, it's going to answer you that question. It's going to give you the answer to that question. Like, sorry, that like you don't
turn it off.
You hate that answer so much.
I think we turn it off for 30 days.
Yeah,
just the whole internet.
Yeah,
well,
more than that, bro.
I like let's go back to the 90s. Landlines and dial-up.
No. That people will find a way to be obnoxious. We need to turn the whole
They can be obnoxious. It'll just take them 45 minutes to load their obnoxious up to the net.
Honestly, actually, like, prorating the internet might even be the way. Like, we just price it out of the internet. Like, social media doesn't exist anymore because, like, it's too expensive. Maybe
but then it'll just become an echo chamber of rich people.
That's fine. Then they're often doing their own thing, and we don't see it because we can't afford it.
I don't know.
It is crazy that rich people use the same social media we do. They gotta have a better one out there. They gotta have something
gotta be
better
something
out there, bro.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way, man.
Yeah.
They gotta have something, bro.
They've probably got their own internet.
You can't tell me that's all we got.
They do. I mean, they have Raya, right? They don't have to be on Tinder with us plebs.
What the heck is Raya?
Oh, that's true.
Raya's the, like, rich people only, like, celeb dating app. Yeah.
It's like $1 million to join it or something.
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
It's not. I don't think it's that, but it is like invite. You have to be like affirmed by like other people on the app, so you can't just like anyone can't join.
#verified.
Yeah, we should try and get on Raya. Let's get Ricky on Raya. That's our new. That should be our new.
So
thing.
like a nomination system.
I don't know. Let's figure it out.
I know a guy who is on Raya.
Oh, we have it in.
I assumed it was $1 million thing because he is a stock trader and he is like a multi-millionaire.
Sure.
And so I don't know, but he has found no luck on it, and he hates it maybe more than regular dating. So.
Yeah, well, yeah, because you can only match with other like famous people, so that would suck, or like rich people.
Yeah, and they're apparently all weird sycophants who like hate their lives but also hate everyone else.
Character?
Yeah, this is new.
No, yeah. You're telling me, whoa.
Wait.
You're telling me money does not equal good character?
Yeah. Let's get back to the movie because we've spun out a little bit here.
Yeah.
Christopher, you've taken some crazy notes.
I have taken some notes.
Our guests take notes, Ricky. Meanwhile, Ricky's sewing. He's fucking literally sewing Gengar right now.
I'm not sewing. I am just playing around. I'm putting the needle through him. That's all.
Well, let's see. I mean, I have notes about how the big reveal about like the hack being kind of like, you know, laughable today. Like the facial tracking. Well, but like the whole thing, like he was chosen and it wasn't a random thing, and like she used facial tracking on him and all that.
Well, his character's so interesting because like he is super isolated. He is the profile of like the guy with AI psychosis nowadays, right? He's like isolated. He's got no social contacts. He's not dating. Like he's whatever. He's smart, but probably thinks he's smarter than he is. He's lonely. He's like this type of like
all his contacts are work contacts.
Yeah, right. So.
Well, and that leads into my next note. Ava is incel built, made by bros for bros.
True. Yeah.
Real.
Yeah.
Real.
At one point, I think he literally said, "We only talk to women to fuck."
Maybe. Yeah.
Pretty much.
The main AI bro guy.
Yeah, because he was like, "Why do you talk to pretty ladies?" And he's like, "Because you want to fuck." And
does he say it like that? Does he say to fuck?
I wrote it like that.
I think he does because he was like, oh yeah, you wanted to ask if you can fuck her. Yeah. You can. It's like, all right, bro. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, he goes into. Yeah, you're right. I blocked that out. He goes into like a very detailed like description of the fleshlight mechanics within the thing. That's a lot.
Yeah. That was tough, man.
But yeah, you know, I've remarked on the fleshlight aspect of it all.
Should we make Christopher read the what's the Pokemon that has the really nasty copy pasta? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Charmander.
No. It's is it
Vaporeon, right?
Yeah, that one. Should we just
That's one that I know.
Should we make Christopher read that cold to end the episode with no context?
It's so gross. No context. Cold is also the worst way to say it because I'm pretty sure that's how part of it is described. Yeah.
Chris laughing, he doesn't.
Nope.
That like haunts me, bro. Chris, you don't even know. Bro. We should.
You
yes.
should. Can you? Hey, by the way, Ricky, can you
but-
sew me a Vaporeon?
Fuck no. Fuck no.
Anyway, sorry, Chris. Please continue. Oh, go
Which
ahead.
that does remind me.
the,
sorry.
One of the subtle fucked up things that, just real quick, that he says in the movie that, like, they sort of skip over is, guy was like, oh, like, can you get more guys out here, like, to fix up the lighting? And he was like, nah, too much secure stuff. I had to kill the guys that did this stuff in the first place.
He's joking, though.
Well, he said he is joking, but like our guy doesn't laugh at all.
Yeah.
And as soon as our guy didn't take it as a joke, I was like, oh, okay. If he's not going to laugh at that, then like he's 100% justified in taking it seriously and freeing Ava, and then like fuck the consequences, bro. Because like either way, he's dead. If somebody said that to me, even as a joke, when I'm like in their like private bunker, I'm like, oh, okay, so I'm dead at the end of this week. Like, cool, good
that
to
kind
know.
of
Like,
was,
let me pick out my burial spot next to the workers.
From the beginning,
at the very
I was
least.
like, when he wins and they take him out by helicopter to the middle of the Bermuda Triangle, I was like, oh, he's dying. Like he's gonna die. Like they're gonna he will. Die.
Yeah.
So
well, I was thinking that, but
it's
like,
just fun to see.
If I was
that
in it,
like,
I'd probably be excited.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I wouldn't admit it. I wouldn't admit it to myself until like I'm having dinner with the guy and he mentions death. I would be like, "Oh, okay, cool." So like survival
So
of the
I'm dying
fittest.
right now. Yeah.
It's now you or I.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
What else was on?
Anyway, sorry, Chris. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, you had something.
Oh, well, I actually wanted to completely change the subject for like
Please.
5 seconds because nobody asked Ricky what his favorite Pokemon was.
I don't want. It's Vaporeon. We just went over that.
Yeah. We already touched on this. Do you want me to tell you why? I got a copy pasta for that.
Oh wait, is it really? I'm
No, it's
confused.
not.
Okay.
No. I'll show you later.
No,
off
fair
mic.
enough.
I'll show
I
you
don't
later
know.
off mic, babe. What Vaporeon's appeal is. Ricky just blocking this out.
One of my friends did ask me this, and it's tough, man.
There's
like,
1,000 of them. It's hard to pick. It's like, I don't know.
I know, there is 1,000. It's really tough. And I could go through probably at least 200 or 300, and I could say why I like each of them.
Wow.
I'll say Turtwig has a special spot in my heart because Gen 4 was like my favorite. I love his little mouth. He's so cute. His little twig. He's just so cute. I love Turtwig.
He's cute. Yeah, he's a little turtle.
He's also the only Pokemon that I like bred for like IVs and then like trained for EVs. Which was like, I don't know, which was a pain. And then they made it easier during like one of the later gens, and like I was like, oh, okay, cool. And so I did like EV training with more Pokemon because they made it easier in like Gen 5 or 6. I think it was Black and White or Black and White 2. They added like mini games for it. But back when it was like tough as fuck and you had to like look up like which Pokemon gave like what stats, and like you would like only get into encounters with certain Pokemon in order to force like certain stats onto your Pokemon. I bred like the perfect Turtwig. And I was super hype about that. But to be honest with you, I don't know. The Torterra is like maybe not my favorite. So it's like that evolutionary line is like okay. I mean, Squirtle to Blastoise is like, growing up, I think that was probably my favorite. Then, I don't know, but I saw Turtwig. He was so cute. I don't know, it's tough. It's really tough, man. I love all the originals. I love all the original 151. I'd say really anything in the first like 4, 5, 6 gens. I'm a pretty big fan.
4 or 5.
How many are there?
Because those are the
How
ones
many
on.
gens?
I think 9 now, either 8 or 9.
It's crazy.
I think Alola was 9 or like 8 or something. Because like the Alolan variants, I'm pretty sure people would count that as Gen 9.
I was gonna say it's an
It might be up
easy
to Gen 10
choice
now.
for me because I only know 150 Pokemon.
You know 151.
Yeah.
You're right.
got-
Sorry,
yeah,
151.
yeah.
So like, this is
Good.
where I really get to
Damn you.
feel
Come on.
old
Yeah.
because when you tell me there's 9 generations, I'm like, man, I
There's
never
9.
even learned the second or third or fourth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10th is happening next year. 1,028.
That's hype.
That's crazy.
Holy
Different
cow.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
That's so many.
And like I really like at least half of them. Like where like if you showed me them, I'd be able to. I maybe don't remember their name, but I remember like random stuff about them, like having fought them before, like played them in a game, and like. So I don't know. I like Pokemon. What's your favorite Pokemon, though, Chris?
Scyther!
Ooh, Scyther's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, right? He's a one-off. You just get
Scyther's
him.
cool.
But he flies, and he's got knives for hands.
Well, they added an evolution to him later.
What?
Caesar.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen this.
I only know that
He's
150.
red.
One.
Caesar is from Gen 2,
Caesar.
right? Because he was in Melee, I want to say. He was one of... I think?
Oh,
yeah, he's Gen
I
2.
think-
Yeah.
Was he?
Not as a playable,
I didn't know
but
he was
like
in
as
Melee.
one of
That's
the
crazy.
like throwable. You know, like you could throw Pokeballs. And
Oh,
I think
yes.
Caesar came up. I think.
Yeah.
Huh.
Interesting.
I kind of like Scyther's design a little bit better because Caesar like goes back to like he's got like claw,
He's got a crab
like not like
or lobster
not hook claws, but
Yeah.
like he's got crab claws. I like the hook claws. I really wish they had just like made him more like fucked up and like weird like a kukri almost, you know, like weird fucked up knives coming out of it, and like maybe had spikes. I would have liked something like that more. But
Well, because especially in my mind, he is my favorite Pokemon because I would love to open a restaurant with a Scyther in the back of the house.
There you go.
oh
So
yeah,
cute.
yeah.
He could do prep.
Dude.
He could run dishes.
I love when they include Pokemon, and that was like people are replaying like Fire Red and Leaf Green now. And like I love seeing screenshots from it, and I love seeing like a Pokemon like standing outside and like doing stuff, and they're like, this Machamp is helping me like taper down the ground around here so we can build a house. And he's just like Machamp, you know, he's just champing away. It's great.
He's got rent somewhere.
It's kind of crazy that Gardevoir is like Rosalina minus 3 years. Like they were like we need to. This is a
True.
great design. We need to do this again. What if we put it in Mario?
yeah. Dude, Gardevoir is cool.
Oh my god, we have to
what's
talk about
the-
Ex Machina.
what's the guy
Jesus
version?
Christ.
Galade's cool as hell. Oh, he's sick. Galade is like what I wanted Caesar to look like. It's like a lot
is
closer to what I wanted
Galade?
Caesar to look like, I'll be
I
honest
don't know
with you.
what that is. How do you spell that?
Galade? It's the male Gardevoir.
Oh,
Gallade.
Oh yeah, that's a
He's kind
Pokemon.
of cute.
Yeah, right?
He doesn't.
He's cool,
He
huh?
doesn't have what Gardevoir has, though. He's trying, but
He does. No, that's true. He doesn't have the aura.
He
Is
does
the
not.
problem?
Yeah, he doesn't.
He looks
No.
like the Zora from Breath of the Wild.
He does look a little bit like a Zora. Yeah. Anyway, Jesus Christ,
So AI
bad.
women.
Very bad.
And
AI
tech
bad,
girls.
women good. AI women, who knows?
Yeah, Ricky hates AI and Ricky hates women, but when they're put together, do they cancel out? Oh my god.
No, I hate AI.
My hatred for AI trumps my hatred for women, so it's like even worse.
It trumps all else. All right.
If
Like-
you ever want like to really scare yourself, go to the r ChatGPT subreddit where people are just
Don't out
fawning
yourself
I
over
don't
this
think I'm
thing.
gonna do
on
that,
the fucking-
Chris.
Sorry.
He wants to
I
talk
don't
about
think I'm
Reddit
gonna
on this
do that,
podcast.
Chris.
Don't say that.
It's
There's
scary.
People. Don't tell the
I
watchers
really,
that
I
you love
really
Reddit.
don't think I'm
Come
gonna do
on.
that.
There's
buddy.
this one about this dad that gave his kid ChatGPT so it could talk to him about Thomas the Tank Engine for 5 hours
Oh.
with zero parenting.
Oh,
And he's like, "Oh, it's
yeah.
great."
A, that's fucked up, and B, it like I've heard of like the chat making very questionable sort of
Parenting choices?
advancements in conversation.
Oh,
Oh.
sure. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, sure, you can call it parenting choices, I guess, but because like I mean, the parents aren't making any of them, so I guess the AI has to. But yeah, I don't know. Just hate it. It's gross. People need to like retain their autonomy and their agency, and they need to fucking live their lives, please.
I think Ex Machina,
Yes, you had a kid. Please look after them.
you know, would have been better if...
Oh yeah. Oh, this movie. Right.
I do think that if Kirsten Dunst was the lead, and then she had her husband come in to pinch hit for one scene, like in Alex Garland's movie 10 years from now, in Civil War.
Oh, if Jesse Plemons was like the Kyoko character?
That would be
yeah.
great. Actually, he's sprawled out on
Just
the bed.
That would be kinda crazy.
Yeah.
Wait, movie remake?
Ooh, wait, yeah. No, but Alex Garland is the director of Civil War, another movie. So this is our second movie of his.
Yeah.
He also wrote a
Yeah.
bunch of, like, he wrote 28 Days Later, movies that you probably have not seen. Sunshine.
I've heard of though.
I hope so.
He wrote
yeah.
Sunshine?
Yeah. Yeah. Danny Boyle directed, but he wrote Sunshine.
Okay.
He did Annihilation is another one he wrote and directed, that you might have heard of, Ricky. I know that you've seen.
Yeah,
so he has a lot of this like speculative, like science fiction kind of, or like speculative fiction thing going, which his approach seems to be so bleak at times, so cynical, but I can't blame him.
Yeah.
So
yeah. No, he has this constant theme of people just sticking their noses into stuff and then
making bad choices,
finding out.
Yeah. So we'll have to watch more of his stuff as it comes out, because he has a short filmography so far, but yeah, he has a movie called Men. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean, it was
yeah.
yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think it was an enjoyable watch. He definitely has like a bit of a directorial touch, right? Like he's not as like removed from the final product as some of the directors that we talk about. I don't know. I mean, I liked a lot of the shot comp. I don't think he did anything like super crazy or groundbreaking or like hugely visually interesting, but like a lot of good directorial choices that I think like work really well with the story. Especially with like conveying the idea of like isolation and the whole like Garden of Eden thing. So
I do think he's probably a better screenwriter than director, just from what I've seen. Like I feel like I like his writing more and his ideas more than I do his directorial style. But I'll have to rewatch like Annihilation. I think that's a great movie. But so it'll be interesting. We'll have to cover more of his stuff. The next time he has a movie in theaters, we'll have to go see it. I feel like there's like a roster of dudes and women. Look at me. I too hate women. It's rubbed off on me now.
Look at you.
Women can be dudes.
Yeah, women can be dudes. You're right, actually. My bad. Yeah, you know what? That was on me. But no, I think there's like a roster of like when a director's movies or a star's movies come in theaters, like we have to go see them. So, and I feel like Alex Garland could be it.
Yeah.
So
I'd add him to the list. Yeah.
Anything else we want to say about Ex Machina from 2015? Good movie.
I'm fascinated with the house it was set in.
Yeah. The bunker, the fucking...
Well, the living part of it. Maybe not the actual bunker aspect.
It's also a bunker. The living part of it's bunker-esque, too. Even, like, I know it's, like, bright, but it still feels like this is a simulation of how real people live and not actually, like, a real house.
It's very close to, like, a real house. There was one room where it's got the glass wall. The one where, like he was... The main dude was, like, sitting on the couch, and, like, they got it was, like, the like psychology scene almost where like he was sitting there before he steals his key card. Yeah. And that kind of looks like it's similar to one of the rooms in Falling Water where like there's like a conversation pit that's like right up against a window that's like right by the Frank Lloyd Wright building. It's located in our state.
Okay, my bad. Was totally like, what movie did Ricky just misname? I was like, is that what you think Jaws is called? Like,
I was kind of on the same page. That's a movie.
That's
I've
on
never
me
heard
for
of
being.
Falling Water.
You know what, that's on me for being
real,
not a scholar of architecture. But no.
No. That's on me for not prefacing that with anything else. I really like Frank Lloyd Wright, and I like a lot of his architecture, and I do think that he does well with like playing around with like living spaces like directly juxtaposed with like the outside. And this movie is vaguely reminiscent of some of those, which is really cool.
Yeah.
So
the paintings too. We haven't talked about like the artwork like the choices of artwork on the walls. I think the way that Oscar Isaac is so obviously like his character has picked all of these like highbrow artistic things for the wrong reasons is really fun. Like the way he talks about Pollock or like he has like a Klimt. I'm actually not sure how you pronounce that guy's last name, but sorry.
I'm not the fucking pronunciation guy.
But his, like his painting that's so like soft and like kind of reverential, and so like the just like completely antithetical to what Oscar Isaac's whole like approach is, like anti-human. You know, it's funny and clever.
Well, if anything, I don't even so much think it might be anti-human, but like in some aspect, like you have to be human to understand that this is art, kind of like level.
Well, I'm just saying that Oscar Isaac's character is anti-human. Like his pursuit of this like is very cynical and
it's so on the nose with like how CEOs sort of act or like
Yeah.
are portrayed very often. I think it was like a very sort of like tongue-in-cheek reference, but it only like has been proven right over and over and over again, and especially with like especially with the new cohort of like Silicon Valley elites, right? And like just how utterly tasteless they are in everything that they do. And how, I mean, humanity has to kind of suffer the fucking consequences of these people running the world and technology. It's like, cool.
Yeah. Yep.
You know?
Cool. What a great note to end on. It's a Rick's pick.
Yeah, what are we watching next week?
I didn't have a pick. I thought it was Elaine's frame. Didn't I did a Rick's pick last week, didn't I?
Yeah, and we alternate. And so I sacrificed my Lane's frame for her. This is how it works. Is that it's... I can pick one if you want.
I can find a movie.
I can do if you want. It could be Elaine's frame.
If we can defer it a week, if we can just swap back, that'd be great.
I can just start yelling titles.
Please, God, don't. Please don't make me edit this episode any more than I already have. Let me pull up my spreadsheet.
There was a movie that I was thinking about, but I have it on a list somewhere, and I don't remember what it is.
If only you had a list.
I can't find it right now.
On a social media site that you could use. That would be
cool.
If
only, right? But alas.
Oh no, you know what? That's on me. Actually, last week was Elaine's frame, so it should be Elaine's frame again. So this was me. I fucked up.
Yeah, but you probably got one like 30 seconds away.
At least, at most. Yeah, I want to watch. You know what? I'm sorry, I don't know why I just said all that.
No, yeah. Keep that in, please. By the way.
I'm losing my goddamn mind. I want to watch Apocalypse Now. I've had this urge to rewatch Apocalypse Now. And specifically, two different documentaries about Apocalypse Now that have been in my watch list. And I'm like, I'm going to wait until I rewatch Apocalypse Now. And I don't want to do that without the podcast. And so I haven't watched these documentaries. And I want to watch those. So we will watch Apocalypse Now next. That will be our next. We have to watch The Post so that I can tell the story about how Meryl Streep talks in The Post, because sometimes when I talk and I stutter, I think of her in that movie in where she stutters. Anyway, future episode. Next week is Elaine's frame. We will want to watch Apocalypse Now, 1979, directed by Francis Ford Coppola. Big movie. Big fucking movie.
New era.
Big movie.
New era.
New era. Big movie. Sweet.
Christopher, thank you for joining us.
This is one that I've been recommended a few times. Oh. Apocalypse Now. I'm actually really looking forward to it. This will be hype.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. But thank you for joining us, Chris.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me, you two. Yeah. I would like to thank Bankruptcy, The Watchers.
Bankruptcy is in Chris's hands right now. You can't quite see him.
Also, if I haven't said it before, Brussels, you lied to me. I'm still mad.
You're coming on about Brussels 2 years in.
I felt absolutely just shocked to find that Brussels might not even be
Brussels
real.
Was a VPN.
Like, I called out and thanked Brussels numerous times on my last appearance, and they were not even a thing. So, the entire town
Chris,
of
that's
Brussels...
not their fault.
Yeah,
it is their fault.
This isn't their fault.
They have a server there that's apparently supporting some random VPN, so...
It might be somebody's actual, someone's
blame
podcast
the VPNer.
Been, through...
Well, they've damned the entire town.
It's a whole city.
They've damned the entire city.
But we love Chantal Acker.
Damned them all.
Yeah, I mean, we can't... we do stand...
Well, add her to the list. She's from Brussels. Don't know what to tell you.
That's true, yeah, I guess so. Well, alright, on that note, I guess.
Yeah.
I like that you're digging up this old shit from literally 2 years ago. It's been 2 years since we shot.
Well, I had an agenda coming on from my last appearance, and it was damn Brussels and get bleeped. So I've accomplished both of those things.
And you got them both, bro. Yeah,
I did. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you haven't been on in a minute because you've only been on twice before. Yeah. Waterworld and The Killer.
Was it the Killer?
It was The Killer.
Oh, it was The Killer.
Yes,
it was. Yeah.
So, oh wait, or was it Long Legs?
Oh yeah, you were on Long Legs. Long Legs doesn't.
Oh, you were also on for Long Legs. Whoa, that's 3.
Long Legs is a different breed. That episode's in the ether. I present that episode. I disowned that episode. That episode got emancipated. It's not part of our fucking podcast anymore.
One more shit again. Oh yeah, alright, can't stop the shit.
I love that we're so out of sync because of the fucking Discord lag that the editing this is going to be such a goddamn nightmare to make you guys sync up.
This will be great, yeah. For you. I don't have to do anything, thankfully.
Michael Clayton. Michael Clayton.